You all wake up. A wagon on top of each other, just clumped. You don't remember what happened beforehand. Around you, you can see that everything's quite dark. The sky above you is like a deep blue, but you can sort of see the outline of how thick the clouds are. And around you, all you can see are like woods and trees.
I inspect the wagon.
So it's not a rafty dandridge, unfortunately. There is 2 horses at the front of the wagon, pulling it along. They suddenly grind to a halt and they stop there. So you're clearing, so you've just come out of the woods. The interesting thing about these horses, though, is that they've got these sort of bags on their head with holes cut out for their eyes, and their eyes are glowing a bright blue. It's very strange. It's very dark, but there are lots of lights glinting on the floor that look like it's coming from plants. You can see over in the distance a silhouette of a rather large building that looks to be like a castle. To the right of where the wagon has stopped, there is this small little stone shack with a light on inside, and you can sort of see the glowing orange sort of light coming through the window of the shack.
I get off the wagon and knock on the door of the shack.
Can I reach out and hold Lucille by the shoulder and just say, wait a second?
Can you roll a strength?
Oh, I get her a solid -1 and 0.
Princess Luna, I assume you roll higher than a -1.
9.
Yeah, okay, so you fling Lucille back against the cart.
I would like
What
to
was that, Relic?
and look through a window.
Inside, you can see a sort of a rabbit hunched over at a table, and he's scribbling down and he's muttering to himself.
Is there any like kind of hole in the wall or door that I can listen through?
Well, the window isn't glass, so you can hear the muttering, but it's quite quiet. It's under his breath.
I say we knock.
My thinking is that this rabbit thing has drawn us here. I think we should at least draw this rabbit out, see if he does anything with the cart.
Can we be selling carrots?
Carrots for sale.
Going to be carrot salesman.
I'm going to be outside and I'm going to kind of dash away and then come strolling up playing my lyre. You know, like the ice cream man? I do that but for carrots, to be like, get your carrots here.
I hide while this happens.
I'm also hiding at the window.
Yes, so when you're playing your lyre, as you're going up to the door, you hear the rabbit's like, what? There's the people? The music? What? And he pokes his head outside the window and he's like, what is the meaning of this?
Carrots for sale.
Carrots? I don't remember the last time I had a carrot. Please come in. He rushes over to the door. You hear all these locks and stuff being unbolted, and the door swings open. He's like, quick, come in. Is everyone else just hiding?
I'm still peeking through the window.
It's like a one-room shack. He's going to turn around. So, okay, can you roll me a stealth then?
19.
You very successfully sneak in through this window, and you hide behind one of the tables. As this rabbit is ushering in Harold, why are you here? It's not your time to be here.
I pretend to look at a watch and be like, isn't it?
This place doesn't abide by those rules.
What?
It's seconds into minutes, minutes into hours, hours into days, days into weeks, weeks into months, months into years. But it's not here. And then he continues muttering that, and can you roll me a perception as you're inside, please?
19.
15.
You notice that what he's been scribbling down is numbers. He's got loads of numbers, he's got shapes drawn on pieces of paper. Looks like he's got lots of mathematical things which he's been drawing out there. There's scribbling on the walls, there's scribbling on the papers. He's decided that papers aren't good enough for him. There's scratches in the tables in here of these equations which he's doing. The rabbit, he is looking very old. His face is sort of sunken, his eyes are deep and dark. One of his ears has like a big chunk out of it. He's wearing a rather interesting cloak. The cloak is black. However, when the candlelight hits it just right, there's sort of like a shimmer of blue that just sort of starts from his arm and then just covers the rest of the cloak and then fades off into nothing. But it's just a constant thing that's happening. It looks very interesting. You said that you had carrots?
Yes, I do. Let me just grab them for you.
Oh.
Find a single carrot out of my pack, my rations. Be like, just your luck, I've got one left.
He takes this carrot from you and he devours it. He's not had food like this or food at all in a very long. You're charging him.
Well, this one's on the house.
Thank you. You're so kind. You're so
Your
kind.
house. I want your house.
Can you roll a persuasion, please?
24?
The house. Yes, I have no need for material objects. Have the house. It's
Don't
yours.
worry, I'm joking. It was a joke.
I noticed you're looking at my cloak. This was a gift I had in a land long ago. The land was known as Humblewood.
What?
Yes.
We just come from there.
You've come from Humblewood, but why are you not in the river? The River of Souls.
Last thing I remember, I was at a wedding. I sold some things.
You are an excellent salesperson. I almost gave you my house.
Yeah, I did. I woke up here.
Are there others?
Yes.
They're not safe. This land isn't safe for you people. This is a dangerous land. You're not supposed to be here yet. As you're having a conversation, he does give you a bit more information as to what he can remember about Humblewood. And he says that he was taking a walk down the street until he was jumped on. And these bandits actually ended up killing him. However, he died wearing this cloak. He got from a mysterious stranger. The stranger referred to it as the Cloak of Time. He just really liked the look of it, so that's why he got it. It's never proved useful until he had died. Can you roll me an intelligence?
Well, I rolled a natural 1.
16.
You vaguely work out that you're in some sort of afterlife, but you know you aren't dead.
Yeah.
That's why you haven't been sent to the River of Souls. But he is dead, but he hasn't been sent to the River of Souls, so you get a feeling it's something to do with the cloak that he's wearing. By all means, they will be quite safe here. So,
Guys, come in, it's safe.
Okay, I go inside the house.
I climb up under the table.
Oh, how did you get there?
I've been here all
You gave
along.
me the heebie-jeebies.
Okay, now can I steal his cloak?
Roll a sleight of hand.
Okay.
Steal the
I'll steal
cloak
the cloak.
from this guy.
Oh.
Okay, I rolled a 7.
He sees your hand reaching for the cloak and he sort of bats it away and he's like, no, this
But
is
I
the
like
thing that is
shiny
keeping me
things.
from the River of Souls.
Then why are we in the River of Souls?
Well, because it's before your time. You aren't ready to go yet.
Why are we here?
I didn't send you here.
Here's a question. Who are you?
Dr. Fimblestein. I'm going to write that down.
Have you explored anywhere beyond, this area? Because we saw a castle up there.
I daren't leave my shack, or else the soul walkers will take me.
What the hell are the soul walkers?
A soul walker is a body with no soul.
How did they get here? The soul walkers.
They're always here. They've always been, they always will.
Why should we be scared?
Because they will steal the soul from your body and send you to the river.
That's pretty bad.
Is
Yes.
Is there a way to get your soul back?
Not that I'm aware of. It's all held up in the castle.
The river's in the castle.
No, the river is a moat around the castle.
This doesn't sound as cool as a moat of souls.
I wonder what happens if you try and kill the rabbit.
Me too, that's what I've been thinking for a while. Can we kill it?
You can.
If you'd like to. Relic, you're leaving the shack.
Yeah, me too.
I run him through.
Well, how is it you're going to try and kill him?
Short sword.
Can you roll me to short sword him?
That's 19.
It definitely hits. He is severely hurt. He's lying now on the floor. He's like, please don't kill me.
I finish him off.
Okay, you finish him off. I don't need you to roll for this. So you take one more stab to the throat. The rabbit sort of melts into a blue goo. You see the cloak that's on the floor. What would you like to do with it? You
I
take
take
it.
the cloak
Okay.
and I wear it.
You feel this overwhelming sense of stillness while you're wearing it.
Spent the past hour casting Find Familiar. I now have a Kiwi familiar.
Oh, well done.
My brain went straight to the fruit, not the animal.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Let's leave. Let's go to the castle.
Okay, so you all see very clearly up ahead as you're getting closer to the bridge, you can see these 4 glowing figures. Their mouse noses sticking out of the clothes, and then their tail underneath wraps up and round, holding a like a lamp. They're just sort of floating around these 4 pillars.
I'm just going to fire my bow at one of them.
Fire your bow.
Ready my bow.
You ready yours, and then Relic fires.
18 to hit.
Can you roll me the damage, please?
9.
Okay, so this thing is really taken aback. You hear him let out some sort of scream, and it alerts the other 3. They all can see where you are, and they're just floating over to you pretty fast.
And Princess Luna, so Wand of Wonder.
Can you roll me to find out what you get?
54.
Hope some of you have dark vision, because it's just got very, very, very dark. You're fine, but you've got this like black wall that's surrounding them in like a 15-foot radius from the one that was hit. Because they've got these lamps on their tails, you can see where these lamps are.
I got a natural 20 with my longbow. One
Right.
that Relic's already hit.
So you see the lantern fade to blackness. That one has been killed.
I'm going to use my fancy armor, which has a firebolt cantrip, and I rolled a 21 to hit, 1d10 damage. 4. Better than now.
They can't run too far. They get to the edge of the darkness, so you can sort of see their lanterns very close to where this black wall is. And they all scream. What they're doing is a disarming howl. You have to make a saving throw, please, for Constitution. So if
Natural 1.
21.
14.
So all of you make it apart from Lucille. That means that you just have to roll on disadvantage.
I'm just going to fire a crossbow then. 15.
Okay, so you hear one of them let out like a sort of yelp as it gets hit.
Longbow. Rolled an 18.
Okay, perfect. So you see another one of these lights go out. There are now 2 lights remaining. Harold?
I'm going to go firebolt again. 8 to hit.
8 misses. So you see this fireball just leave your hand and it flies through the blackness.
Okay, I'm going to run and stab one with both my short swords. 19 with one, 24 with the other.
You hit with both. Can you do me the damage, please?
17 damage.
So it lets out a scream again, and just the light hits the ground and goes out. So he is going to bite because he's close enough to you now. He rolled a 6.
Nope.
No, that's fine.
Oh, nice. Well, I rolled a 24.
A 24, perfect. So that will hit. And is it longbow again?
Yes.
So you fire your longbow through. Can you do me the damage?
8.
You hit it square in the face. This thing just falls to the ground. The lamp hits the ground and it goes out. Slowly, the blackness sort of fades away, and you can sort of see the remains of these mice. Pale white cloaks on their bodies.
Can I steal the cloak?
Yeah,
And I wear it?
A second cloak.
over the other cloak.
Yes.
The bridge is about 40 feet away from you. You can see a pale blue light coming up from the moat.
I want to go investigate the light out of curiosity. Can I cast detect?
Yeah, you can cast Detect Magic. Can you roll me an Arcana, please?
Natural 20.
Excellent. As you get closer to this thing, you realize that it's something you've heard of in the past. This is the River of Souls. However, the River of Souls isn't supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be that when someone passes, their soul goes through the River of Souls. It's just a circle. So the souls are being trapped in there. They're supposed to be going somewhere, but they're not.
Oh no, this is everyone we've killed. I think we can find the cat.
I think we need to dig a trench and redirect this moat.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Where?
Don't know.
The castle?
I think we should see if there's some nefarious being in the castle.
Yes. I wish to fly over the bridge rather than walk on it.
I will join in that.
I want to swim through the water.
So Harold and Relic, you're both fine. You make it to the other side. Lucille, how is it you're traveling across?
I just walk across the bridge.
Across the bridge, you're absolutely fine as well. I hadn't actually expected anyone to walk through it. So Constitution at disadvantage.
7.
So when you come out on the other side, you start hearing voices. Gonna slowly start getting louder and louder. As you've gone through, these souls have started to latch. You come up to the castle. There are 2 big doors. They're slightly open and you can just walk in. So as you step inside the building, there is a very large grand hall in front of you and a really interesting looking door as well. The door has these arms on it, an inscription that is above the door.
Yeah, I checked for traps. Ooh, natural 20.
Okay, there are absolutely no traps that you can see. So above the door reads, "What's the time, Mr. Wolf?"
Oh dear, this does not bode well.
Can I try to sneak into the room at the bottom or the left?
Can you roll me a stealth, please? Anyone following Lucille?
No.
That's a 10. I am dressed as a soul walker.
They do see you. Other mouse is beginning to wake up. as well. He's a lot slower than the other soul walkers. The soul walker that spotted you gets to go first. He runs over to you and he bites. That's a 4. So he doesn't.
I hit him with my short sword. 24.
And then roll me the damage, please.
9.
So you take a swipe at him with the short sword and you cut him right across his face. The big mouse at the end of the table takes a running jump at you and he gives you a tail whip. You take 2 damage. So he takes a whip at you with his tail, then jumps back. Another mouse who will take a run at you and do a shriek. Do a constitution save.
11.
So you fail the constitution save. You're pretty shocked at the sound that's just come out of this mouse's mouth. You'll have to roll on disadvantage on your next turn. The second mouse takes a run over to you and gives you another bite when he rolls a 6, which I'm assuming doesn't do anything.
I attack the first one with my short sword again.
Yeah, can you roll to see if it hits?
7.
It doesn't hit this time, but the big mouse is going to tail whip again. Can you take 9 damage, please?
Okay.
Each mouse is going to try and do a bite. 3, 6, and a 9. I'm assuming none of them bite.
Can I hear any of this going on from the inside?
You can hear the shrieks that are happening. So yeah, all of you can hear what's happening.
I am assuming that Lucille is fine. Otherwise, she'd ask for help.
Princess Luna, are you going to jump in and help?
I'll rush in and
Can you roll me an initiative?
natural 1.
I used my short sword again. Great.
So you take a swipe and you stumble. Your sword just hits into the ground. Big Mouse is going to again try and do another tail whip. That's an 8 damage. The other mouse this time is going to use the shriek. Both of you this time roll a constitution save.
18.
Excellent, you make it.
15.
It doesn't affect you at all. Now it's Princess Luna's turn.
I might just use crossbow.
Which one are you going to aim for? The one that Lucille was trying to attack?
16 to hit.
Damage, please.
4.
This thing is very much injured now. Its ear is hanging off. Its cloak is torn. First mouse is going to use Shriek. Constitution save again.
I got a 17.
19.
The second mouse is going to go for Princess Luna. That was a 14. So this second mouse takes a deep bite into your arm, and you take 4 damage.
Short sword. 18.
This guy just crumples to the ground as you take your sword and stab him in the face. Big Mouse again is going to do a tail whip, but he's going to aim for Princess Luna. 9 points of damage.
Would you all like any help?
Please.
Oh, finally. I'm going to run
Harold and Relic are jumping in. Can you please roll me initiative?
on natural 20.
12 for me.
Relic, what would you like to do, please?
A longbow,
Or
big
the
mouse.
Big Mouse.
13.
You fire your longbow, and it just sort of goes straight past his ear, hits into the wall behind him.
Whichever one's closest to me, I will shoot with my short bow. 14 to hit, 4 damage.
This mouse is pretty close to you, Harold, so he's going to try and do a tail whip for you. Does a 3 hit? Probably not. So he does this pirouette to no avail. It is quite stunning, however.
My burning hands on the massive, chunky one.
Okay, yeah, it rolled a 12, so can you do me the damage, please?
So 4 altogether.
So the other mouse this time is going to use Shriek, so can you all do me a Constitution save?
6.
6 fails, I'm afraid, so it's 13 passes.
17.
7.
Okay, so it's just going to be Princess Luna and Harold that has to roll on disadvantage at the next turn.
Use my bow. 13 on the soul walker.
Damage, please.
6.
The big mouse does a tail whip. This time it's going to aim for Relic. Is an 18 hit?
Yeah.
That's 12 damage.
I've missed one short sword, 22 with the other one. A whole 7 damage.
I do a firebolt at that fella. 23.
It definitely hits.
Damage 5.
You blast forth this fireball towards this Soul Shrieker, and you see the look of fear in this Soul Shrieker's dead eyes. Blows him up in flames. He's still alive, though. As he's on fire, lets out a shriek. Can you please roll? But because of how close he is to you, Harold, he's just aiming this towards you.
10.
I think that makes it.
I'll just crossbow the big guy. 13.
You try and fire, and again it goes the exact same way that Relics was going to go. The Soul Shrieker again, going to do a tail whip, and he's going to try and hit you, Princess Luna. He does a natural one, tangles himself up, and he falls on the ground.
I use my longbow. 17 to hit on the big guy.
You fire your longbow and you shoot him right on the arm, but as he sort of wails to the side, you notice that he's wearing this necklace, and on this necklace is this sort of key amulet. It's rather large and it looks like it's made of solid gold. He swings and it sort of catches in the light. He is going to run over to Relic. He's going to try and bite. He sort of lands his teeth funny, and he actually hurts himself in the process because he bites his tongue.
I'll try stabbing him again with my short swords. 18 and 15.
Can you do me the damage?
13.
He is pretty hurt now. His arms are slashed, his face is slashed.
Short bow. Got a 14 to hit.
Can you please do me the damage?
Ooh, 8.
He flies backwards. This is the Soul Shrieker, the big mouse that is just bleeding from the mouth because he's bit his tongue.
I'm gonna jump at him and do burning hands on his head.
He fails the Constitution save.
14 damage.
And his face immediately burns up like in Harry Potter. It burns him and it turns his body to ash. But the only thing left is this sort of golden key. Next up is going to be the tied up Soul Walker. The only thing that he can do is going to be a shriek. Princess Luna, you're going to have to roll a Constitution save as you are the closest to it.
2.
You fail the Constitution save.
16 to hit with my longbow.
16 does hit.
And 8 damage.
Let's try and finish him off with my short swords. 25 to hit with one, and I miss with the other. 17.
He is gone. You basically finished him off, stabbing your sword into his back as he's about to stand up from the ground.
Can I take the amulet?
I was going to say, can we have a look at this amulet?
On the amulet itself, I realised that I didn't give you the name of the mouse. The mouse's name was Minutes.
Well, now it's called Dead Mouse.
So that is the amulet-key.
But I give it to Luna.
You give it to Luna, yes.
Shall we go to the next room?
Yes. Would anybody like some berries?
Yes, please.
I have 30 to give out, really.
Where are all these berries?
You can all have 10 each if you want them. They're a health point each.
As you leave out here and you walk across to get to the second room, and you can read above the door that it says hours.
I'm ready my longbow.
I push Lucille into the room.
Yeah, can you roll a strength, please, Relic?
Oh dear.
Can I roll against that?
I suppose you can.
That's a 3.
I rolled 4.
Relic, you do actually manage to push Lucille through the door. It's not massively powerful like I really wanted it to be, but you push him through the door. Lucille stumbles in. It's silent in there. You've got 4 pillars on the wall that connects to the door, 4 pillars on the wall opposite, and then rows of chairs that are sitting up, all facing towards the north. At the north of the building is like a stone table, this sort of rotten carcass.
What is the carcass?
It's a big mouse.
I'll come in as well.
Yes, let's walk in.
This zombie mouse thing sits up and it groans, and as it moves, the stench of it is just overpowering, and it slowly starts to walk over to you.
I use my longbow. Got a natural 20.
It does hit, and does that mean it does double damage as well?
14, because I got a 7.
The arrow again fires through to him, but you get a much clearer shot this time, and it just goes straight through his chest, right onto the back wall, and it takes out a few internal organs as it goes through.
Is he wearing anything metallic?
He has got a metal chest plate on.
Can I heat the metal?
Classic Harold.
You can indeed.
So, 8 fire damage.
You hear this thing let out a long, low groan as it opens its jaw and it just falls down. It does not have the strength to keep its jaw up.
Crossbow, 20, unnatural.
Please roll me the damage.
10 altogether.
Let's double him. Does either 10 or 9 hit?
Unfortunately, neither of them do. The mouse is going to do a tail whip as you are there. The end of his tail just flies off down the hole, but he doesn't harm any of you.
I use my longbow. Natural 20.
Can you please roll the damage?
9.
This time, it aims a bit lower, so it just goes straight through its stomach and through its back again.
My short bow. 5 to hit.
5 doesn't hit.
Okay, well, my bonus action would be to do the heat metal thing again, so I'll go, was it 2d8? 3 damage?
He cooks right through, and as this metal chest plate burns his body and it falls down and the rest of his limbs start falling off like leaves, you notice another golden key falls off of him on top of the chest plate.
Go grab the key.
I think we should try them in the big door.
Okay, so you head out and you're now into the main hallway. Relic, you notice very clearly that there is nowhere to put the keys in the door. However, what you do notice next to it are these 2 pillars.
No, to put the keys. I need to put them in the pillars.
A little bit of tweaking with the keys. You work out that as you turn the keys, the arms turn on the clock itself, on the door.
What does the inscription say at the above?
Is this the one with
Above is "What's the time, Mr. Wolf?"
What's dinner time?
We investigate the keys to see if there's any time on those.
Yeah, give an investigation.
You're gonna,
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna
Oh
need.
yeah.
19.
You look at the keys themselves and you can see that there is an inscription that says 12, and then you can see that there is a line pointing to obviously where that hand must go.
Hours is at 3 and minutes is at 30.
I take it I use now positioning it to show 3:30.
Yeah.
When you do that, you hear a click and then you hear a thud from behind you. From the ceiling banisters in here, there is another large mouse, and it jumps down. It's like, "Oi, what are you doing here?"
We're not really sure.
Is your name Days?
"No, mate, my name's Seconds, and this door ain't opening without me.
That's an unfortunate
Why is it you
nickname.
want to go in there?"
We want to figure out how to get back home.
He's just sort of like taunting you at this door, and he's like, "Do you really want to open it?"
What's in there?
We locked him away, me and my 2 brothers. Minutes and hours. What he does is he takes off this amulet which he's wearing, which doesn't look like the keys that you've seen before. There is a position on the floor just in front of the door where it looks like the amulet may go.
From around my neck into the hole in the ground.
You put the amulet in the hole.
I do.
So when you put it in the hole, these blue lights come out of these sort of strips that are showing on the door like roots almost. The lights reach the center of where the clock is. You begin to hear a very loud tick and a very loud tock. And then the arms start spinning around, and then as soon as they sort of lock to pointing either way, the doors sort of creak open. In front of you is a long, dark hallway with another set of doors at the end. Yeah.
Firebolt the door.
Can you roll me, please?
Or 2.
2. This door doesn't budge.
You
It has
can
handle.
try using a handle.
Yeah, it's like it's got
Oh,
hearts.
I'll shoot the
Well,
door.
that's all the way down the corridor. We're tired.
Let's just say, after a while of beating down this door with fireballs, the door eventually collapses into ashen sticks. And through it, you can see that there is this very large circular room with a chair in the middle. And sat upon that chair is a wolf, leant down, and it looks like he's sleeping.
What was
I
that?
asked the wolf what time it is.
I'm just going to say he can't hear you because I very much like you all to be in the room.
Great.
Luna, wonder.
Do
Okay,
it.
you all think I should do it. I will cast Wand of Wonder on this wolf that's asleep. 4.
That was a 4. You cast slow.
It's interesting because there's no time here.
Yeah, I know, right? So he's got to make a wisdom saving throw. That's a 12. So he does fail. Are you going to head in?
Yes, I think I'm already in
Yeah.
this stage.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we're gonna go with a choice.
He pops his head up and he's like, "Hello. New friends to play with. Tell me, what are your names?"
My name is Little Red Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red. Oh. So the way that this is going to go, at the beginning of every round, everyone has to roll a d20, including Wolfgang. If you roll below Wolfgang's score, then you're frozen in time. Wolfgang will only attack the people that have frozen. So we're all gonna have to roll another d20. Harold, you are frozen. Princess Luna, you're frozen as well. And Relic, you aren't frozen.
Gonna shoot it with my longbow. 23 to hit.
Can you do me the damage?
5 damage.
22 to hit with my longbow and 9 damage.
Both of you load him with arrows. There's one on each shoulder now. Wolfgang is going for Harold. He gets a natural 20. 6 damage from the bite itself, and then a further 3 damage. Can we all roll our D20s, please.
18.
You are unfrozen.
11.
You are still frozen.
17.
17 is unfrozen. 12 is frozen. He got a 16. Harold, Princess, frozen. It goes back to Relic.
Got swording. 21 to hit with one. 22 to hit with the other.
Please roll me the damage.
18 damage.
So you stab him.
21 and 6 damage with my longbow.
The longbow fires out and you fire into his chest again. He's going to try and bite again, but he's going for Princess Luna this time. 1 point of damage, and then you will take 4 points on top of that for poison, and you'll take that the next round as well. And then obviously, Harold, you've got to take that 3 from before. Back to Time Stoppers.
Control 1.
You are wearing the Cloak of Time. You don't get frozen. So all of you are unfrozen and can attack.
I'm going to attack with my rapier. 8.
Can you do... So you take a swing at him, and he very slowly moves out of the way. And you hit into the ground right next to his feet.
I'm just going to whack him over the head with this staff that I've supposedly got. 18 to hit.
Can you please do the damage?
2.
16 and 25 to hit with my short swords.
Both hit.
18 of damage again.
You slice him like bed sheets, and he is bleeding out quite heavily.
24 and 8 damage.
So your longbow hits him right where the slashes were, and he is howling in pain. And because no one is frozen, he takes out 2 swords which he has, and he just over at Relic, who's in front of him. A 13 and a 10. He misses you. He overestimates how big birds are. Time stop thing again.
17.
You're frozen.
18.
You are frozen. He rolled a 19. Come on, Lucille. I think you can do it.
Oh, great! Use my longbow. 21 and 6 damage.
You have just killed him. The longbow pierces through his heart and he falls to the ground. But as he dies, something interesting happens. That feeling you had when you put on the Cloak of Time, you sort of feel sort of this continuity now. There's now a flow to things. Everything begins to get brighter and it sort of feels like daylight. The top of this building is like a big glass dome and the light floods in through it as the clouds start to dissipate. You sort of see all these blue ghosty things flow through the doors and they just surround Wolfgang and they are tearing him to pieces and then bringing it all back into the water. There's like a light on the floor which has just appeared and it's just glowing and it's bright and it's tall.
Jump into the light.
You jump into the light.
I cast message on Lucille.
Lucille, this works.
Say, hey,
Where are you?
I'm in Humblewood.
Can I use the Wand of Wonder on this light to see what happens?
I run through before.
Oh no.
Please do it.
How do I now?
Harold, I'm just gonna ping you a message if you run
Okay.
straight into the light.
Oh, come on!
I'm so intrigued, but I don't want to do it. Okay, let's have a wrestle. Loser goes in.
So my first one's 18.
Also 18.
16.
4.
Princess Luna gets her strong ferret arms around you, throws you head first into the light.
I do a front flip.
So now it's just Princess Luna and the voices in her head.
I'm just going to dive through.
You dive through. Okay, perfect. So you all wake up, and you are where you went for a rest. This all happened in a dream.